my mom passed away. Life is too short. I can't keep working, being a mom, being a wife, playing all these roles, and I'm not even exploring the world or having fun.
I'm actually, starting my my trek journey, y'all, in the next 2 days. So you can pack a lunch and meet me down in Silver Spring. We're going to start walking. It takes 48 days. If y'all want to join me, for those who haven't bought their tickets.
Hi, this is Minette, also known as Mimi's Travel, and I was blessed to come here today to podcast at Stuck in the Middle. Make sure you check it out and watch me on YouTube and enjoy the episode. Thank you so much.
Watching and listening to Stuck in the Middle podcast. I am your host, RIFLEX. Appreciate you checking out another episode. Listen, if you're watching for the first time, I need you to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get updates every time we drop something new. We got a special guest in the building, but definitely want to do some housekeeping first. Like I said, it's Stuck in the Middle podcast, a platform for entrepreneurs, innovators, creators of African descent, where you hear stories, you hear ideas, and you hear advice on how we can break the mold, how we can break the barrier and move this thing forward. If you want to support us, we have a Patreon page. We new to Patreon, so click the link in the description or find it on our social media platforms, SitM Podcast at SitM Podcast, and definitely become a Patreon. We appreciate it. Patreon is popping, y'all. Go check out our Patreon page and shop some merch on our merch store, sitmpodcast.com/store. And yeah, man, just get some hoodies. It's hoodie season. Listen, like I said, we have a special guest in the building. Her goal is to help people plan and organize global travels based on destination budget. It's travel season right now. We got Minette, Egbe in the building. We haven't been in the building in a while. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing wonderful.
We have something in common, Donald. Shout out to Donald, your brother.
Yes. Esco.
Shout out to Esco, man. I see you, Esco. Appreciate you checking the show if you're watching, bro. But I want to go all the way back, just getting to know you, Minette. Starting from Cameroon, you actually migrated to the United States at the age of 5 with
I did.
With your family. Assuming that you came with your family, what was that like? What was that life for you, like growing up here in such a young, early age?
I can say growing up in New Jersey, which is, a little rough, but I was growing up with my grandmother. My mom was trying to get herself together, father trying to get himself together. So with my grandma, it was mostly all her grandkids. She was very strict, nurturing, but growing up, I didn't really acknowledge my African side. I was mostly thinking, American mentality, which is hanging out with the kids, getting in trouble. I feel like I didn't really embrace it or care what it was at that time. So it was mostly just, being in school, hanging out with my cousins, being on the streets. I never really paid attention to my culture, where I'm from.
And so you guys migrated to New Jersey.
Yes.
When did you come to the DMV, if at all, the DMV?
I actually came to the DMV. I used to come because I have family all over the place. My aunt moved here to Germantown. I lived with her for about a year. Then I went back. We actually moved to Virginia, so I've been everywhere. So I moved to Virginia. Once I moved to Virginia, finished school, moved to Atlanta. And this is all, because my mom was going to school in Virginia. So once we moved back to Atlanta, I used to come to Maryland, spend some time with my family. And then we had a girls' trip. And that's when I met my husband. So when I met my husband, it's supposed to be just a girls' trip.
You out there having a guys' trip. We'll get into it in the travels, but how was, you mentioned you didn't really get in touch with your African side.
Right.
Much like everybody else. At what age did you reconnect, with your culture and say, listen, I want to embrace my culture, my African side, my Cameroonian side?
So I can honestly say I embraced it when I met Nico, which is my husband. My mom, she would be like, okay, you better come in this kitchen and learn how to cook because you're going to meet your husband. I'm like, please, I'm not even going to marry African, so I don't care. But when I met him, he kind of like pushed me because, when you care about somebody and you want them to feel you, to like you, I'm like, yeah, mom, so I'm going to need you to help me how to make this stuff.
To make this rice, this jollof.
My first meal that I made when I came to visit him was rice and stew, and I was like, oh, Lord, I hope I get this one right. So as I cook, cooked and I got criticism, and she helped me and he helped me. I started to embrace it more, encouraged me to cook more things, and I started enjoying the music. So I feel like connected to him encouraged me and opened me more to my culture.
Yeah. You met him at a girls trip at a travel. Was that the first time that you travel outside of the United States since migrating here?
No, I mean, it wasn't really outside of the United States because it was just me traveling from Atlanta to Maryland.
Oh, gotcha.
So we only came because my friend was coming to see her guy.
Y'all went on a girls trip in Maryland? Ain't nothing
But when you in a different state, we always say that. Like, people will be like, oh yeah, I'm coming to DC, Maryland, it's hot. We're like, there's nothing here. Then when I go to Atlanta, I'm like, yeah, I'm having fun in Atlanta. My friends are like, it's nothing here. But it's different. So we were just basically like giving her a goodbye trip because she was coming to stay with her dude. And that's when I met my husband, and it just went from there.
What was the first time that you traveled outside the United States?
The first time I traveled outside of the United States was when I went to Mexico in 2000, I think 14 or 15. We went to Cancun. And it was a girls trip, and it was awesome. Like, when I got my citizenship, I didn't really care to get my passport, but she's like, okay, I want us to go on this trip, get your passport, let's go. I'm like, okay. So it was amazing. Just the food. I feel like I'm African, I'm Mexican in another,
another life.
In another life. Because I enjoy the food. I enjoy margaritas. It's just so nice to be somewhere and not really worry about bills. You can be who you want to be. You can dress how you want to be. Like, you're just free, and nobody knows you to judge you and be like, oh, is that Minette? Is that her with everything out? Is that her drinking? Just a whole bunch of fun.
Have you ever been out, the country or on a trip by yourself?
No, I have not done a solo trip yet. I would love to do that. I think the only trip I really went to, but I don't count it as a solo because it was business, was when I went to Tulum by myself, but I was actually helping another person who does traveling. So that was the only trip I went by myself with no one, but it was based off work. So I didn't really get to do it as a solo travel trip.
So where did the love for traveling come from? Like, how did that get birthed?
So basically, I had lost my mom in 2018. I'm the only child, and I remember before she passed away, she was like, oh yeah, when I get this and that, I want us to take trip, I want us to go on cruises. So when she passed away, it just made me look at life so different, because we always say tomorrow. We work, we do our taxes, we get our taxes, it rotates, it goes right back to the same people that tax us. I'm like, you know what? My mom passed away. Life is too short. I can't keep working, being a mom, being a wife, playing all these roles, and I'm not even exploring the world or having fun. So her death just made me acknowledge, like, I need to, appreciate life, enjoy life, because you never know tomorrow. People are dying abruptly. You don't know what's happening. You don't know if you're even going to be able to say, oh, I'm going to the store tomorrow. You don't even know if you're going to make it there. So my whole motto right now is just to travel and explore the world and enjoy life.
What do you think prevents people from doing that? Because I'll go on the record and say I'm one. It's like, I'm about to travel 4 destinations this year.
Right.
End up doing one, if not none.
I think is people not making the time, and people think trips are expensive. So everyone's like, oh, Minette, what are you and your husband doing? Y'all always on trips. No, it's about budgeting and planning. People think trips are so expensive. They're like, nah, no way, I can't afford that. But there are payment plans. You can plan a trip a year from now. It's all about planning. And once you plan, you'll be good. I think it's more finances, work, and procrastinating on getting your documents. I had a friend who's American. She does not have a passport. I'm like, girl, what's going on?
Yeah.
She's like,
people are dying for that.
I don't know. I don't even know where my birth certificate is. It's all procrastination and neglect. Just the laziness of actually taking that process. I even had to push my husband because he's like, "What are you rushing me for? It's just get it done. It takes like 5 minutes." Had
he been a traveler before you guys met your husband?
No. I think it just came in me once my mom passed away. And the thing was even before traveling, doing this travel agency, I always help people plan stuff. I'm always a planner, whether it's I'm at work and I'm the person organizing, planning. And when I did this Mexico trip, everybody's like, Minette, you're always planning. You really need to get your coins doing this. Like, you're doing it for free. And I'm like, what? You think people are going to pay me to plan? But I was like, let me just, give it a chance.
And is that where the idea birthed from people, just the outward confirmation? It's
Yeah, they're like, yo, you plan. You always plan. I'm planning events, parties. I'm planning somebody's birthday. I got to be an MC. I got to organize. Everybody just always want me to lead and help.
Yeah, and with that idea, what was the first thing you did? Say, listen, I want to build a business out of this. What was the first thing that you did?
I spoke to my friend, and I was like, I want to try this, but I'm scared. What if nobody actually responds? Like, who's really gonna want to pay me to help them plan? And she was like, girl, just put it out there. They're either gonna respond or not respond, but just push yourself and do it. So I was like, all right, let me just start and do it. And that's what I did. And I discussed, about it with my husband. Everybody was just like, girl, just do it. If anything, let's just see how it goes.
As a traveling agent, what was or is the business plan that you implemented to say, listen, this is what I'm going to do to drive this business, to propel it, to make it, everything that it's supposed to be?
I can't even give a direct answer because I'm still learning. But I know it's all about content. It's all about actually exploring these places, having knowledge, because people are also very visual. When they see what you're doing, they see the trips, they see the excursions, that's when they're hitting you up like, hey, I want to do this. This looks fun. So I'm working on more content, putting myself out there and learning how to just, not be so shy and, just talk more to people and find out.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm one of those. It's like, dang, they've been worried. I got to get out there. It's facts.
Yeah, when you see it, but then for you to actually start and do it, you'd be like, nah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Like,
yeah. Is it? You mentioned girls trip, because I got a family group chat. It's literally called Family Vacay. You got sisters, brothers, cousins, all up in that thing. They're listening right now. This is for y'all. How it's hard to book.
Let me tell you about group trips. Group trips, they start out with like 25 people. Then when you start talking money, it's going to end with like maybe 15 to 10 people. And then what I always tell groups, whoever's leading, like, you have to be the person to pick everything. Like, if I'm dealing with a group right now and they're like, oh, is this amount of people? We need to see what everybody's budget is. Like, no, you don't do that. Because when you have so many opinions, you can't decide. There's no decision. There has to be one person that's leading the group to be like, this is what it is. This is where we're going. This is the budget. This is the date. Because if there's no leadership, there's never going to be any conclusion. And if there is a conclusion, it's going to take a while to get there. Some people are going to get frustrated. Some people might be like, F it, I'm not going no more because y'all doing too much. So I feel like there always has to be a leader in the group.
As a traveling partner, that's when you tagline traveling partner. Is it more of you going with these people, your clients, to the trips, or it's like, yo, I'm a bucket for you from my office, my computer, and you go have a great experience, you go have fun? Like, how does it work for you?
The way I do it, if it's like maybe 1 to 2 people, I wouldn't go because it's just, you're going by yourself. I don't think you really need me there. But if it's a large group, at least 8 and up, and you say, hey, Minette, Minette, I need you to be there. I don't want the headache. I don't know if I can actually go pick up a cake, make sure, the people around me are happy. Then I would gladly come and join you and make sure you just relax, enjoy, and I'll just check in, confirm, and do everything for you.
I guess I should ask this. What exactly is Minette's traveling agency studio?
So that is the portal I use to create my website. I use a company that helped me. Basically, I had to take an exam, do the study. They taught me. So basically, they helped me get my IATA number. IATA number is required by every agent. It's like your own booking code. So you have to go through an agency to get that. So the agency basically helped me get my IATA number. Once they're able to do that, then I have access to all the portals to help people book. So that agency is basically to help me have my website, help people if they want to reach out to me, because some people don't have social media. You'll be able to write me on my website, and then they'll get to my email.
So I can just wake up and be like, I'm about to be a travel agent. I mean, like, you know, and just start booking clients. You gotta
can't do that because that's what I'm saying. You have to have a IATA number. You in order for you to even benefit or get commission, you need the IATA number. You need those portals because places like Expedia, Travel Impression, Travelocity.
Cheap old air.
If you say, okay, I'm gonna be a travel agent, let me book your stuff, you book it, you're not gonna get no commission off of it. You're not gonna get paid for it. Basically, you just paid Expedia and you didn't get your cut. So for order for you to get that cut, for you to get your commission, you have to have the IATA number. Even if you call Expedia right now and be like, yeah, I'm a travel agent, any agency you call, they ask you, what is your IATA number?
So, all right. Is it a test?
There is a test, but I feel like it's not hard. You just need to take your time. It's open book. So
if you listen, you want to be an agent. Yeah. How long is it? How long did you know was the process that you
it took okay, so first of all, you have to of course have a business ID number. You have to, you know,
be registered, you
register your business because the company is going to ask you for your business identification number. You also have to have a business account. They're also going to ask you for that. And then after that, you're all set to go.
That's you probably get a lot of cheap flights.
Yeah,
as an agent.
I definitely look at all the options
as a business owner,
as a business,
as an agent.
But also as a travel agent, I do get credit. I do get vouchers. I just got an opportunity to check out a new resort in Dominican Republic. They're giving me like 3 to 4 days free just to look at it, advertise it, promote it. So there are benefits. As for flights, I don't really get discounts off flights. I feel like they only give discount towards hotels and resorts.
When you going to DR?
That's gonna be next month.
I might need to, you know, get in your luggage. How do you find clients? You know, when somebody reaches out to you, to Minette, you know, what's the process? What you know, you sitting down with them phone call. How does it work with you?
So mostly people reach out to me through text and social media. So of course I introduce myself. I'll let you know, okay, I need to know your budget, where you're trying to go, how many people, and of course I'll let you know my service fee. So the issue with service fee, everybody, is some people, not everyone, because there's some people that actually understand and be like, okay, no problem, how do I send it to you? And if you're wondering why the service fee is there, is because it takes time to sit at my computer and look at everything that you're asking for. And basically, you don't want to do it right because it's a lot of work, it's stress. So if you're reaching out to me, hey, Mimi, can you help me look up this stuff? That's time. I have to make sure I pick the best resorts and hotels for you based on your budget, amount of people. All that planning takes time. So I feel like I deserve a service fee because let's say I look everything up for you, which has happened to me before, and you're like, oh no, my nephew has this hotel membership discount, so I'll just use that. So I didn't get anything out of it. I just lost the whole client. I just spent 2 to 3 days looking up something for nothing. So I feel like even if you walk away, at least my work won't be wasted.
Facts, yeah. What is the person-centered method in terms of traveling?
Person-centered method, like I said, I have to find out where you want to go, how much you're trying to spend, your budget, whether it's with or without flights, what type of excursions you like. Do you want to jet ski? Do you want to do an ATV? So I have to center everything, make sure that anything that I select or introduce to you is something that you already said that you wanted. You might not have the direction of where you want to go or what you want to do, but based on the things you've listed, I'm able to bring that to you.
So in other words, you know, you really, you know, catering to the person and making it the whole entire experience. Entire. What's the worst kind of clients?
Oh man. The worst kind of clients are the undecisive ones.
Yeah.
I had one lady that I was ready to be like, you know, I can just send you this money back. Because she was like, oh, this week I want to go to, how much is it for Cabo? I took my time.
Next week is Dubai.
Next week, you know what? I don't want Cabo. I'm going to pick this place. Can you imagine we went through all that? Then she told me, oh, she has to apply for her passport. I'm like, so you wasn't even sure. So the difficult ones are undecisive ones. The difficult ones are basically people that are not allowing you to do your job. You came to me, you said, I need your help. So when I'm trying to do that, you take it away. You still want to be in control. You're undecisive. So I feel like you should have enough trust in me to know that I know what I'm doing and I want to do this for you because I actually enjoy seeing somebody having a good time. It actually warms my heart seeing you enjoying yourself.
Yeah, here on Stuck in Middle, we so you've already dropped a whole lot of gems, and we like to paint a big picture and inspire the next person. What is something that somebody should absolutely know if they're looking to get into a travel agency, if they're looking to be a travel agent?
I think that you should definitely make sure it's your passion. I feel like when you're dealing with people, customer service, travel agent is still customer service. You have to have patience, always be willing to listen, always be willing to receive criticism. If somebody's not happy, you don't take it personal. You're going to say, okay, I'm sorry. How else can I help you? How can we fix it? And I feel like you can't just wake up and say, this is what I want to do. You have to have passion for it.
Right, yeah.
You have to have patience, time, and you have to care for your customers, your clients. So that's why I feel like, you have to take serious in the role.
What's one thing that you wish you knew before you started this?
I wish I knew this at a younger age. I wish I knew this before I had a family, which I'm blessed. I'm happy I'm happy with my family, but I feel like when you have kids and your husband, you also have priorities and roles with them. So maybe if I wish I knew this passion when I was 25, 26, at mid 20s, where I could travel all over the world and be like, yeah, I've been here, and I wouldn't have to look so much of my finances and responsibilities. I feel like when you're single and young, there's so much opportunity out there for you to be free before you settle down. So now when I'm traveling, I love traveling with my husband because we're also sharing memories together. But there's also a limit because we have kids. We have to consider the times off, who's going to be with them. So there's so much more restriction now.
How do you balance that, because you're actually in school?
Yes.
And you graduate next year?
I'm actually 2021, but my graduation is next year.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
How do you balance that? School, mom, husband?
Oh, man. It's a lot.
And then traveling?
It is a lot. I think my motivation is just the love that I have for them. So with balancing, what I honestly do is I vent. I talk to my partner.
And were you in that breeze in the beach
somewhere?
somewhere?
Or I'm like, I'm going on this vacation. Or I just go somewhere and spend some girlfriend time, happy hour time. But how I balance this is I just make sure, like, my kids are pretty independent. So as long as I have everything laid out, maybe I'll prep food a few days before on a Sunday or weekends. I prep. I just try to balance everything out. It has been a little hard trying to juggle everything, but I just, pray and just try to, be motivated and be positive every day.
So you're actually in school for psychology and human relations?
Yes.
Why not international relations or something like along those lines?
I really I really picked psychology because I love helping people. Half of everybody in my life always comes to me and talk to me. Always feel comfortable to share, my shoulder to lean on, have all concerns. I'm always counseling people, and it just comes. It's not something that I even try to do. Somebody just calls me and be like, oh, Minette, I'm going through this. Can you listen? So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should go ahead and just get a degree in this because I actually enjoy listening and helping people. So I didn't really think details of whether it was human relations or international. I just wanted to do psychology.
You graduate next year, May, I believe?
I graduate January.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are some of the joys, of first of all, I wanted to ask you this. Are there any kind of like insurance, protecting, an agent like yourself against, like, let's say I book, right? And I don't have a good time.
Yes.
Or I book and, I cancel, whatever. And I want to, I don't know, sue or want my money back. Are there any kind of laws protecting you as an agent against stuff like that?
Well, first of all, when you're booking, like let me say Travel Impressions or any other booking portal, there's always an option of, do you want travel insurance? And I always make sure I let my clients know. So if you decline that insurance and you say you don't want to go on a trip or you want a refund, they're going to let you know, hey, we gave you this option. I gave you this option to get the insurance and you decline. So basically it's, you can't sue me. You can't put it on me because I let you know your options. So each trip gives you an option. Do you want insurance or do you not want insurance? Sometimes people see the price. They're like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's $29.99. I just started getting insurance on my trips.
Yeah.
It's like an extra $30.
No, some of them be like $120.
I mean, that's for the big joints. Like if you go to Cameroon or
yeah,
something
some of them
that.
be like $120.
But it's worth it if you buy a ticket for, I don't know, $1,500, $2,000.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then I think now due to COVID, they let you get a credit depending the situation.
Yeah. Can you go to Cameroon? It's December, that's in December.
I'm
Nigeria, Ghana.
I'm not going this year. I do plan on doing I'm actually organizing a Ghana trip for my sister-in-law next year. But no, I'm not doing any African trips this year. I really wanted to, but I won't be able to this year.
You sound really sad.
I know I am sad because I haven't been to Cameroon since I left.
Wow, yeah, 5.
So I would really love that experience to get back. If you put me in the airport right now, I'm going to be like, where am I going?
Exactly.
I'm lost. So hopefully next year I can go with somebody more experienced.
You're planning a trip for your sister for next year,
For
Ghana.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people going to Sierra Leone this year. A lot of people going to Ghana.
Yes.
I'm actually, starting my my trek journey, y'all, in next 2 days. So you can pack a lunch and meet me down in Silver Spring. We're gonna start walking. It takes 48 days. If y'all want to join me, for those who haven't bought their tickets, I'm not serious.
I'm like, walking's cold.
But I'm just sad because I can't go. What is your ultimate planning travel guide for those who are going back to Africa this December? Because what are just some tips? It's the time now everybody's going back home. It's already too late to buy your tickets, but what are just quick 1-2 tips in case people need to know for anybody going home this December?
I feel like, please don't forget there's still COVID outside. So I've seen a couple of videos that people are like turning up at clubs and lounges in Nigeria and all this stuff. I don't see anybody wearing a mask. It's crowded as heck. So I just want people to know, like, don't forget there's COVID still. So please try to still follow the measures. Do your sanitizers, your masks, wash your hands. Just because you're back home doesn't mean the COVID, it's not there. So that's one of the tips. Another tip is make sure you get all your vaccines. Make sure you're vaccinated so you don't go there and get sick in any sort. And then also make sure you explore. I feel like when you're going to Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, it's not only about partying. Make sure you explore your culture. I actually have someone in Ghana named Nee. He's a tour guide. He's willing to tour you, teach you about the culture, take you to the woods, everywhere you need to go. So also explore the other side besides just turning up and have a good time. And also I would say always be aware of your surroundings. Always make sure you stay with your group. You don't go by yourself and, think about your safety.
Bringing it back home, or for some home, United States, it's Thanksgiving weekend coming up in the next 2 weeks or week, depending on when you hear it is, and then of course Christmas coming up.
Right.
A lot of people booking trips, to go see family, spend time with family for the holidays. What are some, just tips on booking trips, holiday trips?
Right now tickets are high.
Yep.
But I do see a lot of Black Friday discounts for places like Mexico, Jamaica. All the Caribbeans are having Black Friday discounts right now, all the resorts. And if you're going to see your family member, I always advise people to try to look up tickets and stuff like a month ahead, because when you're looking during Thanksgiving, Christmas, those tickets are going to be high, crazy high. So that's the only advice. Like, if you're trying to do something like that, make sure you plan ahead of time.
How many trips have you taken in and out of the United States this year?
Oh, man, I have to count. The epic best one was Jamaica. I enjoyed Jamaica. So it would be Jamaica, Tulum. We just did Dubai. Dubai was awesome. I went to Atlanta. I could say maybe around maybe about 6 places
this year.
Yeah.
Dang. I saw the Dubai joint.
Yes, Dubai was awesome. I feel like you should be in Dubai for at least 7 days to explore.
Yeah, and this is just African in me. If you can't afford Dubai, definitely check out Benin or Rwanda. They have a lot of those deserts as well. Just promoting Africa as well. What is on your itinerary for next year?
Oh man, from our next year is supposed to be going to Paris. Paris, Bali, Canada for the Caribbean Festival, and where else again? And as for right now, in Ghana, Huh?
Greece?
Oh yes, maybe Greece.
Hey, listen, me and my wife trying to go to Greece, bruh. Hey, babe, we gotta. Me and my wife, we try and go to. Let me not put our business out there, but yeah, when the mics and stuff cut off, we gonna talk.
Okay.
Yeah. Quick game, real quick. I'm trying to go to Tulum. Let's just say Tulum.
Yeah.
That was the first place you went to.
Yeah. No, it was my first. Cancun was
Cancun.
my first.
I'm trying to go to Cancun. Never been. I come to you.
Hawaii.
Oh yeah, and Hawaii was.
And Hawaii.
Yeah.
Let's just say Cancun. Hawaii. Oh yeah, Hawaii. I'm trying to go to Hawaii. Hook me up. What should I pack? Weather. Give me the whole package.
Okay, make sure you pack your vaccine card because Hawaii do not play about COVID. They would quarantine you with no hesitation. They are not playing about COVID.
And you're going to waste your whole trip.
You going to waste your whole trip. I experienced that. It was so crazy. I went and did my test. It was too early, so I went to my job. I went to the airport. They're like, no, we don't accept this one. I'm like, what do you mean? It says it's negative. I showed you my old one. It says it's negative. They're like, nope. And they actually quarantined me.
For how long?
The whole trip. But, the whole trip.
Dang.
So they don't play about that. It's actually really nice.
$5,000 fee.
Yeah, if you break it, you get fined $5,000.
If you break what?
The
quarantine?
Yes. If they catch you on the streets, they're going to lock you up and fine you.
$5,000.
Yes.
Yeah, jail.
Oh, jail time.
Yes. Yes.
20.
1 year.
Oh wait.
Bruh. There was actually a store, I think, right after we came back, somebody got caught at Costco, and they locked them up.
Wow.
Yes.
Why don't play?
They don't play.
And they have specific tests that they use.
Yeah, the PC is the PCR.
PCR.
Yeah. It's really nice. If you want to, get your wife a nice Louis Vuitton bag, they have nice outlet Hawaii discount rates. Their merchandise name brands are more cheaper over there.
Because you don't spend all the money on the flight.
Exactly. Man, their stores.
The only place in the whole America that they don't ship out of Hawaii, you have to go there to buy.
Yeah,
okay.
because their price a little bit more discount.
Yeah.
So you can see Louis Vuitton here, Gucci here, down the street. It's like Walmart. You see it on every corner. You see it by your resort or hotel. Then they have a mall with the same name brand. So they're trying to make sure you buy something. And I enjoyed the water. It was so blue. The weather is beautiful. It's nice. That was the only part. And I didn't really like the food because I'm really picky with food.
That's kind of hard for somebody who travel a lot.
I know.
The
I'm
drinks
just
was
so
good?
picky with food.
The drinks was good?
Yes, the drinks were good.
What airline should anybody considering Hawaii take?
Which one did we take? Did we take no, it wasn't Southwest. I think we took United. We took that. But I'm always for Southwest. I love Southwest because Southwest gives you the 2 free luggages. And so somebody be like, oh, Southwest is high, but by the time you book with Expedia, each luggage you go is $30, coming back is $30.
So
you still paying a high amount, but with Southwest, just the fact that you get that free 2 luggages and the space and the customer service is great. Unless I have to pick something else, I always do Southwest.
Fly Spirit.
Oh, Lord, don't ever talk to me about Spirit. My first Spirit experience was when we actually did the first trip to Cancun. So we're coming back.
I took Spirit to Jamaica.
We're coming back. They're like, oh, there's no space for you to get on the flight. I'm like, what you mean there's no space? I booked my flight. You guys took my money.
Right.
You better find us some space on this flight. And me and my friend was like, no, we're not waiting. Y'all need to find us a seat. So they gave us a seat, but I was like, excuse me, I'm never doing Spirit again.
I took Spirit to Jamaica and back.
And how was it? And I feel like their planes are really small.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
This has been fun, Minette. Egbe, how can people get in contact with you? How can people reach you if they want to book, if they want to learn more about the business, learn more about traveling agency, how they want to be one? How can people reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram. My Instagram page is Mimi's Travel 2.0. That's on Instagram. On Facebook, same thing, Mimi's Travel 2.0. And you can always DM me, and if I don't respond right away, I would definitely respond to you within 1 to 2 days.
You heard her. You have fun.
Yes, I have fun. Thank you so much for giving me this
No,
opportunity.
for sure. Shout out to Mom for booking it. Shout out to the entire team.
Thank you, Mom.
Shout out to the entire team. AK for producing this. Achiri, Charles, Chuchu, and Ines, and Tutu, the whole team. Don't forget to rate the show. Leave a comment if you enjoyed what you heard. Do a screenshot if you're listening. If you're riding around, send it to your group chats. Send it to your auntie. Send it to your ex. Hit up Minette, hit her up, and get booking. Get these trips in line. I feel like traveling should be everybody's New Year resolution.
I feel like everybody should travel. Stop being scared. Like, even if you feel like you don't have enough money, I can help you plan it. We can do a payment plan. I will make sure I send you reminders, because, like, we got to live life. Just, what is the rapper that died the other day? Like, people, he just died just going to a gas station.
Cookie store.
Yeah, so please, if you want to travel, whether it's Santorini, wherever, please do it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Life is too short.
Bam.
And I forgot to say that if you want to do Greece, so like those nice Santorini places, you always have to book ahead, because I was even looking the other day, and resorts for 2022 are fully booked. That's how much people are ready to travel.
Hey.
So you better just start getting your coins and plans together.
Hey, man. We're going to be out there. We're going to be out there with y'all by fire, by force.
Yes, amen.
Grace, Minette Egbe in the building. I have a friend named Grace Egbe. I almost said Minette Egbe in the building. Hit her up for travel plans, travel things. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for bringing me. Hopefully I get more people.
Yes, for sure.
Ready to travel.
For sure. Listen, this is Stuck in Middle Podcast. Thank y'all for watching this episode. I'm your host, Reflex. Definitely leave a comment and rate the show. We got a Patreon page popping, y'all. Go check our Patreon page out. Click a tier. It's $3, $7, $9. Support the show if you're a fan from day one. We appreciate you. That's how we're able to drive this machine forward. You get exclusive things. You get shout outs on the show. VIP tickets to our live shows. Free merch. Hit up our Patreon page. patreon.com/SitM Podcast and become a patron. We appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching this episode. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.
This episode of the podcast is sponsored by our online store, SitMPodcast.com/store. You get hoodies, t-shirts, crew necks, all kind of incredible stuff. That's the machine that drives this show, that drives this brand. We appreciate every single one of y'all rocking with us. And definitely, if you want to, get in touch with us, sponsor us, send us an email, SitMPodcast237@gmail.com. We appreciate it. We can work something out.